Isn't that a beautiful pastry? Isn't it just gorgeous? Today I went to Patrick Hermand, a patisserie located in Roubaix. You can tell that my voice is still a little scratchy, so I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit irritating. I went to Roubaix, and it's this little city just to the east of Lille, but it's still kind of in the Lille metropolitan area. I've never been there before. I've never had any reason to go to Roubaix in the past 3 years that I've been in this city, but what a delight that was. I mean, at least the area that I was in, where this patisserie is located, it had a lot of really beautiful big houses. There was a little park. I had to walk through a park in order to get from the metro stop that I came from to the patisserie. There were like ducks and a pond, and I was so excited because I haven't seen ducks in a really long time. I decided to take a little bit of footage of that. You know, it's not very good footage because it's on my cell phone, but I went down, I tried to get close to the ducks, but the ground was like so wet, you can't get close to the water. It's completely like muddy, mucky. And in spite of the fact that I had my vesties on, I knew that they were gonna get all muddy. So the ducks started coming towards me. I felt like the duck whisperer, okay? I was very excited about this. I've never had a flock of ducks come to me. I was really excited about it. I was like, oh my God, I'm Cinderella. And then this guy, he had these big, you know, waterproof overalls and waterproof boots, and he was just kind of like strolling through, and the ducks went to this man. It was like he was their savior. He came over and he gave me a nod and a smile, and then he like walked a little bit towards the ducks and just stood there, and they all swarmed. They ran away from me and swarmed him, and he just stood there for like 2 minutes surveilling his flock, just looking at them while all of them are like quack, 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 it's the savior. They were really excited about it. He looked like someone who probably manages the park, takes care of it, and perhaps feeds the ducks professionally. I don't know, but the ducks were very excited about him. I soon came to terms with the fact that I am not a duck whisperer, and I continued my journey to Patrick Hermand. This place has its own establishment. It's a solitary building, and you can see like a neon sign from the outside. They have this like pink neon sign. You know how I feel about pink neon signs, considering I have one. And I was kind of excited. Patrick Hermand, I saw pictures of it online. I'm the type of person who I enjoy surprises. I don't like to spoil things for myself, and so I don't read a lot about these places before I go. I'll read about them afterwards for sure. Like I've already, you know, read about it since I got home, but I like to go and have the full experience from the moment that I step in the door. I don't want to know what to expect. I'm the same way with movies. I don't like to watch trailers. I haven't watched a trailer in years and years, because if I'm planning to watch a movie, I don't want to see the highlights reel. I don't want to see the best jokes that are going to appear in the film. And sometimes I don't even want to know the plot. I don't want to know what I'm getting into. I want to really experience it. So what I mean to say is that I had some basic information about this place. It seemed to me to be a very traditional patisserie, and that's about all I went in with. And I was surprised. I mean, there are a lot of modern, contemporary patisserie, especially in Paris, but when I think of traditional pastries and a traditional patisserie, I imagine, you know, those glass cases that bulge out, a really warmly lit interior. You just have this idea of like a traditional bakery or traditional patisserie. That's not the case with Patrick Hermand. It has kind of a fun atmosphere to it. I mean, it's very clean, sanitary, straight lines. Like, there's not a lot going on in there. I think there was only one table for people to sit as well. But when you walk in to the left, there was a guy who was making croissants, so you could watch him roll the croissant. I didn't take footage of him because I didn't want to make him feel awkward. And when you're at the counter, you can see directly back into the kitchen area. You can see, you know, young people running around making pastries and stuff like that. So it has kind of an exciting atmosphere. And I was so surprised when I saw the display case of pastries, because they're so fun. They're really fun. It was like, I felt so excited. I felt like a child in a candy shop. It was the first time that I have walked into a pastry shop and I felt excited and energized, and like I just wanted to see everything. I really wanted to take my time to take it in, because there was such a wide selection, but also different sections with different characteristics. It was just really interesting, and the woman came up to help me right away, and I said, oh, thank you so much, but I'm going to need a few minutes to choose. I really want to look at everything. And she was very kind and just let me be until I was ready pastry to, you know, get her attention and say, okay, I'm ready to order, which is, I love that. I just love it when I say, I need a minute, and the person physically turns away from me. That is one of my favorite things. So in the first case, they had macarons. I don't think I got any video of the macarons because the guy making the croissants was really close to it, and I just didn't want to make him uneasy. I didn't want to make him feel like I was secretly filming him or something. I could have asked. I just didn't want to bother him. He's working on croissant, and I saw the finished product. I'm not gonna bother that guy. He's doing a good job, you know? They had a pretty wide array of flavors, and I have a soft spot for macarons, as anybody does, I think. Anyone who's not allergic to nuts anyway. For me, Paris is the city of macarons, or Biarritz. If you've ever tried a macaron from Biarritz, I'll tell you what, it's a whole different ballgame. Maison Adam. House of Adam, Adam's house in English. That place has some macaron, but it's not the same thing. It's not like the little sandwich cookie. Anyway, sorry. I digress, as usual. Where was I? So yes, they had macaron, but this is not the time, this is not the place, because I see to the right of me, we have something going on. They have this little display of their Christmas 2021 pastries, and they are spectacular. They are so beautiful. They are detailed, they're bright, they're cartoonish. They have a whole lot of character. I was so excited. there was a little one with a little Santa Claus, and he's sticking out of a chimney. It was so cute. I was really tempted to get that one, but I didn't. Instead, I got the Mont Blanc, because yesterday I had the, what was it called? Mouget Blanc, which apparently I was mispronouncing. I was giving it a hard G, and it's a soft G, as I was politely corrected by one of my lovely French-speaking viewers. Thank you. So I had that yesterday, and since it reminded me of Mont Blanc, the dessert, which I have never had, I saw it and was like, oh, well, I should get that. Like, it'll tie into yesterday's Vlogmas, and I'm also very curious, and also it's very beautiful, and so this is the one that I chose. This is the most expensive pastry I've gotten so far. I think it was €7.50. Well, it was pretty on the pricey side, but I mean, it's clearly a lot of thought and time and effort went into the design, the ingredients, the display, just everything about it. It doesn't surprise me at all that this would cost €7.50. It's not only a pastry, it's a little work of art. And then beyond the Christmas display, they had the regular tarts and pastries. They had this eclair that just looks like it's made of bronze. It was beautiful, but I said, no. I have already done the eclair, and I don't think anything is ever gonna top that Stromboli eclair from Hill Bar. You cannot go back into regular eclair territory, even if it looks like it's made of bronze. If I wasn't going there for Vlogmas, I probably would have gotten the millefeuille, because it just looked fantastic. It looked really amazing, and I have no doubt that it'll probably be one of the best millefeuille you could ever have. And afterwards, I looked up the pastry shop online. Patrick Hermand is from the north. He's had a presence in the north for like 66 years or something like that. It's a very well-known patisserie in the area. And they have a list of all of the pastries that you can find in their shop on the website. I just love that, because it's not very common for pastry shops to have a strong online presence. And not only that, but they had their, their newest winter line up on the website, so you can see everything that there is to choose from and all the ingredients and everything. And they also have an entire section of the website dedicated to allergens. So you can look up every single pastry or bread product or whatever that they have and see if it contains any allergens, what types of allergens. I noticed that they had some pastries that were gluten-free, including this one. This is gluten-free. Apparently even the cookie at the bottom is made of chestnut, so it's totally gluten-free. As an American, yes, I do have a great appreciation for that. It is not very common in France for anyone to do that. Enough chit-chat. I'm gonna taste this. I almost said Kit Kat, but that's almost an insult. I wanted to sound cute, but clearly this is on a higher plane. Oh, I wanted to say what's in it first. This is their Mont Blanc. It has mascarpone whipped cream, candied chestnuts, and chestnut cream. It has a chestnut cookie on the bottom. The the outer shell is made of white chocolate, and it's a gluten-free cake. And I've never had a Mont Blanc, so this is definitely not a traditional Mont Blanc. So after this, I can probably still say I've never really had a Mont Blanc, but I think that this will be an absolute treat nonetheless. I'm not a big fan of white chocolate. Okay, it's spinning. I need to put it, it's just, I'm trying to cut into it and it's like, wee. It's not that I dislike it, it's just something that I would never choose. But I don't think I'm about to be disappointed by this. Everything is perfect until that white chocolate outer shell. I just said I don't dislike white chocolate, but I think I'm learning right now in this moment. You are bearing witness to the moment when I say, you know what? Not a big fan of white chocolate. Yeah, I'm hating that outer shell. I'm really not liking that outer shell. It is very, very much hard white chocolate, and it's thick too. I don't like that. So let's just do the inside. $7.50. At $7.50, I'm eating it, okay? The cream is lightly whipped, but it's still fairly rich. I don't want to say I'm not a fan. I keep wanting to say marron, I'm sorry. I like chestnuts, especially roasted chestnuts that you can buy like at Christmas markets or sometimes in the street during this time of year. But chestnut cream is something that I did not grow up with. The first time I ever had chestnut cream was when I was like 23 years old and I went to the Alps with the family for whom I was an au pair. I found tubes of chestnut cream and one of the kids told me, oh, it's amazing, you've never had it, it's delicious, you have to have some. So I bought some and I was like, it tastes like sugar paste. I don't really get it. Because chestnut is such a subtle flavor. I don't really get it. It's almost maple syrup, but not quite. If you blindfolded me and gave me a spoonful of chestnut flavored something, I would never be able to tell you it's chestnut. I would be like, it tastes like brown sugar, but the inside of this is delicious. The texture is really good and the chestnut is nice with the cream. So this is like the cookie on the inside. It's more like a soft, squishy cake. And then you can see the white chocolate crust. And the inside is really just cream. I keep wanting to say marron. Chestnut. Chestnuts were just not on my radar until I was 23. And I didn't ever experience them until I came to France. So my word for that stuff is marron. And chestnut is not the first thing that comes to mind. I was pleased to find out that these little pearls on the outside they crunch like Rice Krispies. I don't know what those are made of, but I was afraid that they would be candy and they're not, which was a really nice surprise to me. I don't like crunchy, sugary things. Okay, I'm gonna try one more bite. Just a tiny bit of white chocolate, see if I change my mind here. Itadakimasu. Now I'm getting something else. There are chunks of chestnut. Chestnut's kind of gluey. I feel like I'm eating sugar glue. I don't like that. I don't think I'm even interested in trying a traditional Mont Blanc. That's just not for me. I hate to be disappointed by something that's so beautiful. With every bite I take, the more gross it gets to me. It was a little bit of an unpleasant surprise. Going to this place and seeing the beautiful pastries was really exciting, and I'm sure that if I had gotten anything else in that case, I would be very happy right now. I think that there's just no doubt in my mind that they are very good at pastries and that they have some really wonderful things to choose from. This is not for me. It might be for you if you really like white chocolate and you really like chestnut, but today I learned that I do not. Yesterday, the white chocolate was more like a paste. It just didn't have the same mouthfeel and flavor as this type of white chocolate. So yesterday I really enjoyed it. I don't enjoy this type of white chocolate, like a cookies and cream bar. You know what I mean? Do they even still make those? I liked those when I was a kid, but now I would definitely go back and try something else. Probably, I would definitely try their macaron. And they had some flavors that I've never tried before. And I would definitely get pretty much anything else, like that bronze eclair. I'm probably gonna go back one day if I'm ever in Roubaix. Get my hands on that millefeuille. Yeah. So how do I feel overall, the atmosphere, tasty. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, you know? There's not a lot going on in there. I really appreciate that you can see back into the kitchen, you can see the action happening, you can see the guy making the croissant. The selection, super tasty. My eyes were so greedy. I couldn't get enough. I wanted to look for a longer period of time, but I think the girl was getting kind of creeped out by me. Obviously, they have seasonal pastries that you can choose from, so for selection, it's a super tasty. For tastiness, I'm gonna go with maybe yucky, maybe yummy. I can't say. As of this date, December, is it the 14th? Oh, it's the 14th. We are over the halfway mark. As of this date, I cannot speak for their other pastries, but I'm pretty sure that they probably have very, very, very yummy, super yummy even pastries. But on this one, I'm gonna give it a, we're going with a yummy on that one. I think that's all I have to cover today. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, all of your comments make me smile. You really brighten my night every single night. This month has been the best month of my life for the past like 2 years. Every day, I spend my evening reading wonderful comments, and I go to bed happy, and then I wake up and I do what I love, and then I start over. It's just great. So thank you very much for watching this channel and coming along with me on this journey. Just really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go now. See you tomorrow. Bye. Now look. If you continue to send me things, you are going to discover that I spend every afternoon laying on my sofa editing video and looking like total garbage, okay? I didn't want this information to get out, but I'm not getting dressed again, okay? It's really hard to get that sweater over these bobby pins. I'm not redoing my hair. Now I checked to make sure that I did not order anything on Amazon. I did not order anything on Amazon, so figuring out the algebra behind LED grow lights and the hours that you're meant to run your lights over your plants depending on the DLI and the PPFD was complicated, but I can do simple math, okay? I know this is from 1AU. That was dramatic. I'm scared. What is this? Oh man! Somebody got me Sony earbuds. Oh, is there a message in this one? There's no message. No. There's a place where you can leave a message, right? Oh, I have earbuds and I wear them every single day. Like I do not, whenever I'm just doing anything, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to music or, you know, the public transport, when I go to the gym, I just cannot live without my earbuds. But I just have like cheap, you know, $18 earbuds from China with no brand on them or anything. And man, these last 9 hours, thank you. Thank you. I forgot that I put these in my wish list, and what a wonderful surprise. Thank you so much. Gosh. That's just, you guys are just so kind. Thank you. I'm not gonna cry again. I have composed myself. I'm not ending this day crying again, okay? Thank you very much. And I have to go right now. Otherwise, I'm going to cry if I keep talking. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.